Unfortunate news from Indianapolis. Colts QB Anthony Richardson suffers a grade 3 AC joint sprain, and he will miss a month or more of the season. Where do the Colts go from here? First, look over the article the NFL posted, and then I'll talk about what we should do from here. Unfortunate news in Indianapolis that Anthony Richardson received an initial diagnosis of a grade 3 AC joint sprain that has been confirmed by the Colts organization on Twitter, and it will likely keep him out a month or more. He suffered a right shoulder injury in the second quarter against the Titans, and he did not return to the field. It was initially reported that, fears were that it was like a collarbone or a shoulder injury and that he would be out for the year. But the x-rays came back negative, and, we were pretty lucky on that it wasn't like a huge, big injury. Shane Steichen confirmed to reporters that he suffered an AC joint injury. He would not play against the Jaguars, which is obvious. We don't know how long yet, but he will miss some time, is what he said. It should knock him out for 4 games at the least. 4 games at the least. And it's another injury, along with the concussion and the soreness on his knee the first game. Of course, the concussion caused him to miss week 3. It goes on to talk about, how good he's played so far. 41 to 72 passes, 479 yards, 3 touchdowns and interception, with 3 touchdowns on the ground. 4, I believe. I think it's 4. What they say on our future would be that the backup, Gardner Minshew, will be the one for the Colts, at least against week 6 and time after. Surprised he's only 27. He looks old. We're going to have him for a long time. He started week 3 against the Ravens. We had a big win, 27 to 44, throwing for 227. And he led us to another victory against the Titans. And that's the end of the article. So, as a Colts fan, what do we do from here? Well, he's out for at least 4 games at least. But I've been seeing some things where, maybe he could be out till like the bye. Maybe he could be out further. In my opinion, since Gardner Minshew has played so good for us, I believe that we should sit Anthony Richardson until at least the bye. Give him full heal. Going back to the Colts in general, their next 2 games are tough ones before their bye. We have the Jaguars at the Jaguar Stadium, which is going to be a rough game, and I do not expect to win that. We have the Browns. And I don't have a good feeling for the Browns. It's going to depend on how good the Browns offense decides to do that day. If the Browns offense decides to suck, then we're going to win like 17-7. But if the Browns offense is good, it's going to be like 10-28 or something. Because their defense is really good. It all depends up to their offense. The Saints is a winnable game, even with Gardner Minshew. It's just a winnable game in general. The Saints, although looking good sometimes, again, definitely gets that big win against the Patriots. I think they can be beaten, especially by our team. We beat the Titans and the Ravens. Then we play the Panthers, and the Panthers are a free win. So we should be fine that game 100%. And I believe our final game before the bye is the Germany game the Germany game in Frankfurt, Germany, against the Patriots. It's going to depend on how bad the Patriots keep looking. Because if the Patriots keep blowing stuff like this to the Saints, it's going to be an easy win. But if the Patriots can pick it up, then it'll be a little bit more tough. And then we have our bye, and this Buccaneers versus Colts, I don't know where it's at. I'm expecting Anthony to be here by the latest. By the latest, I think he starts against the Bucs. And, of course, the Bucs are a pretty good team. I'm not downing them for that. But, overall, during the schedule, with Anthony, without Anthony, it's going to depend. I do believe we drop to the Jaguars. I feel like if we had Anthony with the Browns, we'd win. But with Gardner, I'm not too sure. I think we can win both with the Saints. We'll win both with the Panthers. If we had Anthony, we'd definitely win against the Patriots. But I'm not too sure about Gardner Minshew here. So, if we take it into account, I think we could go 3-2 with Anthony and 2-3 with Gardner. But that all depends on if Gardner plays good or not. It really gonna depend. And he's played great so far, so maybe we could sneak out 4 wins there. Maybe you could sneak one out against the Browns if their offense decides to do bad. But missing Anthony is definitely going to be huge for the team. We need him to develop. We need him to develop. These games, especially the more tough ones, will help Anthony Richardson develop as a player. And it's unfortunate that he's not going to be able to play during these games and win us these games, of course. Because after, we have the Bucs, which it's going to depend which stadium it's at. If it's at the Bucs Stadium, we'd probably not win that. But if it's at the Colts Stadium, we could have a good chance on that. We are probably not going to win against the Titans at their home. We're probably not going to win against the Bengals. That'll be a good developmental game for Anthony if he doesn't get re-injured. Steelers will be interesting. It's going to depend on how good the offense is and how good the defense is for the Steelers. Falcons, Colts is also going to be pretty interesting. It's going to depend if Desmond Ridder can step it up. And then we have the Raiders, who should be an easy game. And then we have the Texans. It's just these games aren't as good as development for Anthony Richardson as games like against the Browns, against the Jaguars in the Jag Stadium, against another rookie in the Panthers. It's definitely a rough thing for this team. It's not what we needed at all. But we can bounce back. We can win games with Gardner Minshew, and I think we can stay above 500 with Gardner Minshew. But anyway, that's about all for this video. That's really all I kind of wanted to say about this injury. And I hope to see you when the Colts win another game, which they will. But I'll see you next time on October 15th.